Hi, I'm Blank Slider, and this is a blank canvas. Um, Last time I was on here, I did part one, um, where I was making a background, and I ended with just flats. So under this, there is actually not a blank canvas. There's actually multiple layers. You can't see it because my face is here. But um, So either this is going to be part two in a separate video, or I decided to make a full video. We'll find out. So if this is just continuations, then I'm going to go ahead and say, I'm back. Hello. We're going to go ahead and continue. So I'm going to open up these layers, if I can find them. So this is where we left off. Yeah. So now what we gotta do is take this and make it better. So again, if this is a separate video and not just a continuation of the first one, this is what we're going for. So I made that a bit ago, and that is what we're going for. So hopefully, hopefully. I don't know if this is picking up, but my dryer right now, or my washer is drying stuff, and I have a small house, so everything's shaking. So I don't know if you're picking that up. This is like shake, whatever. Anyway, we're going for this, for that last thing, but we're gonna make this that, with paintbrushes, and we're gonna add color, move it around, until eventually we have that. Now, well, the good thing is, though, when we flatted this in, the point is to kind of get, impressionistic. So we zoom out. They should look similar enough. So I'd say they look similar enough. It's almost as though we put a filter on it, and that's what we got, from a distance. So obviously you can see there's clear differences, but we have the same kind of composition. And the colors are close. So that's what we're going for. We're going to keep going so that as we zoom in, it's going to be less obvious that they're different. Eventually it'll be able to be right about there, and then it'll be clear. Oh yeah, these are different pictures. That's the idea, at least. So let's go ahead and get this good and close to you so that we're not zooming in and out like that again. There we go. All right. Right about there, yeah. So, I found my pen. Let's get going. I am wearing a different shirt. So this is a different day. I was very tired. I had to go to sleep. But today, I feel like I can do this, and we're going to do this. So, here we go. So where do we start? Let's see. We're going to start by messing probably with I don't know. We're going to go dead center, mid-ground. We're going to go with this thing. We're going to try to make this look like that. But you know what? I'm going to pause the video right here because, again, I got to see if I got the audio correct because I always mess that up. So we'll be right back. All right, and I'm back. Yeah, audio sounded good. The thing is that I need to make sure the mic's a little close to my mouth. Also, can't really deal with it. I don't know. See how, white I look? I tried to fix that. I can't. So we're gonna have to deal with a ghostly me, drawing this. So here we go. Anyway, we need wet paintbrushes. So let's see. We got that. Perfect. We're gonna go ahead and make that a little smaller. Yeah, I don't know if that mic situation's gonna work out doing that. I'm going to keep bumping it. You guys are just going to hear that. And that's always good. Yeah, and I said I was going to do this mountain here. So, where do we start first? Well, I did say I was going to define shapes. So I think that is a good place to start. I see, there's a lot of triangles given that it is a mountain. So let's find some colors that work. It always takes a long time for me to get started. I think everyone goes through it. Some people have been doing this a long time and they can just go. Me, it's gonna be a bit before I get to that point. So let's see here. Yeah, let's try to, I know there is a, kind of fumbling around. I gotta figure this out. Alright, I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift all the colors to where it's, if you blurred your eyes, it would look like that. And then we're gonna go through and kind of make semi-details. There's actually a brush that allows you to make pine trees. And so I'm probably gonna take advantage of that. But first I want to actually get it to the matted colors underneath. So, we're going to do that. Alright, we're going to do that. I think what I'm going to do is just start blending stuff together first. Yeah. And start blending things together. So, yeah. We're just going to... If I start sounding Bob Rossi, that is just the nature of how this is going to go, I think. I'm going to try to keep it as upbeat as I can. However, ain't nothing wrong with Bob Ross. Man's a legend for a reason. So, but yeah, we're just going to go in and kind of like rough in a lot of where the blots of color look. Again, I don't know what I'm doing. So if you're watching this as a tutorial of how to do something, there's better ones. I guarantee it. This is just me figuring it out. So I don't know what I'm doing with this show, channel, whatever. Maybe it's just a catalog for me to see my progress, or maybe someone enjoys watching somebody do this. But if in some way this helps you, you're welcome. This is not what I'm doing. I'm not teaching. I am just doing a thing, and hopefully people want to watch. I don't really know. I tried the Twitch thing for a bit, but my internet is butt. It is booty butt cheeks. Not good. Very not good. Opposite of good. Bad, in fact. Yeah. So bad that there was like a thing telling me that this is unwatchable. It basically said that. It said it was like unwatchable. Like, and it was just yelling at me. I'm like, alright, okay, I guess I'm not doing Twitch. Which is fine. I don't know what I'm doing anyway, so just to add an element to it where I don't even know how to deal with Twitch, I think maybe this is more controlled. I can kind of edit a few things. So that's where I'm at. Anyway, I'm just kind of going through and getting the gist of it. Yeah, I think you see what I'm doing. You can see how like the tree line is and the colors are kind of doing that. I might need to start adding some more colors in here. But for now, I'm just going to keep going, pushing things around, being a little bossy about it, Yeah. That's coming out good. So I'm just every now and then looking at the video and see how it looks. It looks okay over there, right? I hope so. The next thing, and I don't know if I'll make a video of it. I doubt it. But I'm going to edit a video. And I've never edited a video. Not really. Done a few things, but I don't know. If this video makes it on YouTube, I guess I did it, huh? I did it. So. Yeah, I think this is looking cool. Now, one issue I noticed is that the white actually comes in. So, just probably something I got to avoid. I know if anybody decides to watch this, that in the comments there's just going to be plenty of people going like, hey, why aren't you doing X, Y, and Z? It makes it so much easier if you do X, Y, and Z. To which I say, it's because I don't know. I don't know much about anything. I did this in high school once. I messed with Photoshop. And just the vehicle for art right now, it is very easy, or it's easier to get your stuff out there in the digital space. So I decided to get back into it, using Photoshop and trying to get my stuff out there and stuff. I'm not doing a great job of it, but being that I haven't done this kind of stuff in a long time, it's just a lot to learn, and I forgot a lot, so if I don't know how something goes, it's because I just don't. If I'm not doing something a certain way, it's because I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing, but I clearly can do it. It just probably takes me a lot longer than other people. Yeah, so I think this is coming out. It's getting a little muddied, but that's okay. We're kind of like getting a feel for things. So, yeah, and I don't know, maybe I'll do some time-lapsey things at some point. Again, I don't edit videos, so maybe I won't. Maybe you guys just have to watch and suffer. We'll see how these things go. But give me one moment. I have to take care of something. I'll be right back. And I'm back. Okay. So, yeah, we're just pushing around colors. That's all we're doing. I think what I'm going to keep doing, I'm just going to keep messing around back here. I'm going to keep blending things out, and have no more flat colors. No more. And, it's all going to be blended. It's all going to be muddy. And the reason I'm doing that, there is a reason. The reason I'm doing that is so that I don't hold dear anything. One thing that I was told, and that I actually really like, is just a general practice, is like, when people do, like, here. When people do this, where they have they'll like draw a person, right? And they'll just kind of like have it in this color. And you're just like, why start with that color? Well, somebody I had watched had explained it, and they're like, I do the ugliest color I can, because I want the ability to erase it without worrying about, whether or not I like it super. So basically the point is, be able to erase your stuff that you're doing. Because right when you're starting the work, you don't want to like immediately come at it with this whole idea that it's going to be perfect immediately. That's not what you want. You want to come at it with this idea that even if this is bad, I'm going to be okay with it because at least I did art. That's what you want. So don't hold it too dear. And honestly, that's when your best work happens. It's when you don't take it too seriously. At least that's my opinion. I don't know. You coming in like I have like the answer. I don't have the answer. But you can kind of see what I'm getting at. Yeah, I think it's so interesting how these clouds become clouds when I do this stuff. Like, when I started doing this with these brushes, I thought it was kind of cool. They really do kind of like eventually look like a cloud. Clouds are weird, man. They're just a white poof in a blue sky. It just seems... How often do you have such a stark contrast? And it's right above us all the freaking time. I don't know. Maybe that's a little, shower thoughts, but... Alright, so I'm kind of muddying it up, and that's good. This, I gotta add some in here. So let's start adding something in here. We're gonna add these, like, sheer cliffed shadow sides around. Right? Yeah, we're gonna kind of just do that. And then we're gonna go back to blending them. Every now and then I go back to, like, a quieter voice, and I know I have to project. Just bear with me. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think we'll see. People might like this, might not like this, but I guess I don't care. I do care. I do want people to like what I'm doing, but I also know that not everyone's going to like what I'm doing. A lot of people are going to be like, we want to see a good piece, and we want a speed draw, and why aren't you doing this with this? Why aren't you, I don't know. This is what I'm going to do. This might not work good on the YouTubes, but I don't care. I'm just going to make a thing, and hopefully people like it. Hopefully people like it. If I get like 2 people to like it, I'll be happy enough. I say overly confidently. I say way overly confidently. There's no way. I don't know. Here we go. We'll add this color right here. Yeah, and this is it. This is basically it for a while. This is it. It's just adding, blending, blending. And I don't know. You kind of like right now. Like it's getting there. Like it's definitely getting there. Right? It's getting there. It's just gonna take a minute, man. But wow. I hit the wrong button. There we go. That's the right button. Yeah. Alright. Let's keep going. It'd be nice if it remembered the size of the brush that I use. Again, I'm sure there's an easy way, but whenever I go back to a thing, it'll just give me the incorrect size, and I just have to change it. That's a real pet peeve, but that's takes 2 seconds to fix that. It's not that big of a deal. Not that big of a deal at all. Today and still yesterday, since these are very new for me to do, I'm very shy, believe it or not. I'm sure you can believe it. It's probably picking up on camera. But I'm very shy. And my wife and her sister, my sister-in-law, are in the other room watching YouTube and stuff. They're just, watching stuff, hanging out, and I'm in here, and I'm doing my videos, and here, actually, I'm going to get rid of these red lines. Ooh, that helps a lot. Okay. I'm doing these videos, and when I do my cheesy little intro, I just got so self-conscious about it, to the point where I just stopped and had to, consider what I don't know, it's hard when someone else is in the other room and you're doing something that you're not even sure of. It's hard. It's tough. But, kind of have to go with it and embarrass yourself. Right? Right? I don't know. We'll see. This could take off and be a thing. Even if it does, again, I'm just, the fact that I'm doing any kind of artwork is good. Because I went from doing none of it. So, shoot, if this is just helping in that kind of way, then good. Because if I'm going to get anywhere, then I need to do something about it, right? Right? I think so. Yeah, so those mountains are kind of starting to look like it, right? I'm kind of putting things where they need to be. I think I need to do the same thing with the sky, where it's not a gradient right now, and I think I need to make it a gradient. So we're going to go with this light color. We're going to put that at the very bottom. And it's okay to go over these clouds, you know? It's whatever. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we won't do that part. It's okay to go over stuff, because we're just going to keep adding and subtracting, and adding and subtracting. Might be mildly infuriating. Definitely would be on that subreddit. But, you know, the point is to kind of start gauging the space and figuring it out. And that's what we're here to do. So we're just going to go up and down and up and down and up and down. Again, I know there's gradient tool, but that's not what we're doing. This is fun for me. I like doing this kind of stuff, right? Because it reminds me of, like, actually painting. When you're actually painting, you don't have a tool that says make gradient. You don't. You need if you did. It makes stuff a lot easier, but you don't. And I kind of like this. It gives it a nice effect anyway. Right? Like, that's just a nicer effect than you'd be able to get if you just told it to be a gradient. And I guess you could put a filter on, and you could always get the same thing doing, like, you know, the different things that Photoshop offers, which is what's good about Photoshop. It's kind of like anyone can do it if you learn the right things that help you do it, whatever it is you're trying to do, which is awesome. You can go deeper and deeper, however deep you want to go, with how complex you can get. But this is what I want to do. What I want to do is, like, I was talking about this with with my sister-in-law, and I was kind of trying to explain that, like, and I found it's kind of hard to explain, but I like the restriction. I like the restriction because it forces me to be creative. So if I force myself to be limited in what I'm doing, then I find that the product that I end up getting is more inventive, is more like, I don't know, it's got a quality to it. Whereas if I try to do the easiest stuff and the tools that make it easy for me, then I find that there's just something lacking, there's something missing. There we go. So that's kind of neat. Look at that. We got a gradient, but it's kind of like a painterly gradient, right? We're going to blend things down so we don't have, like, the mountains being the sky and all that. Yeah, there we go. Yeah. Alright, now we're going to go back and add stuff again. Again, add, subtract. That's all it's going to be. But I think it even looks even lighter. Like, if you look in there, it's light. It's way lighter. So I think I can even step it up more. Yeah, if you compare, I can make it even lighter. So let's do that. Make it even lighter. Let's freaking go for it. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's do that. See where that goes. Okay. Alright. Blend tool. Take me home. Blend up. And then blend back down. Yeah, and again, I'm going to have moments where I'm just quiet, because it takes focus. It takes a lot of focus to do this. That's kind of cool. Man, I just love the simple things. You know, sometimes just give me a brush that's kind of neat, and that's all I need. Just give me a cool kind of brush. Interesting. Is this one like weaker or stronger? This one's stronger. Yeah, this one's stronger. Okay, undo, undo, undo. Do, undo, undo. Okay, we're gonna go back to this. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of round it out as best I can. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's happening. Completely painted over top of her mounts. We'll put them back. It's no big deal. This is just an exercise, really, so not worried about it. Like, if I was doing a full piece, I would be worried about it, where I'm actually, like, trying to make a very precise piece that I need to worry about and freaking, you know, it's gotta be exact and whatever. I don't know what I'm trying to say. Don't worry about it. The point is that there's a point. And I don't know what it is. Yo, that is a thing, right? I'm doing this. Cool, man. Get that green out of here. No, we don't want no green. Damn me, I accidentally. I hate this. It's at that perfect size where I have to be here to give you everything. Undo, undo, undo. Again, I know the mask tool exists. Don't at me. I just want to try this process to its fullest, where you basically just don't touch that stuff. You pretend like none of that other shit exists, and you're switching brushes. That's it. Yeah. Next time I make a video, I'm going to make sure that I get the right references and put them in. Fortunately, I don't know. It's so deep down the rabbit hole of things I watched, I don't even know where. I could probably find it. I'll find it. I'll find it and I'll put it in the description, because I don't know at the top of my head. But when I do, I'll put it down there. And kudos to that person, because they gave me some inspiration. It just seems not as bright. And I know why. I know why it's not bright. We're going to keep on moving. We're not going to let that just slow us down. So, we're going to go back to putting these mountains in. I think what we're going to do is we're going to get these mountains back. Yeah, we're going to get these mountains back here. Put our lines back so we remember where everything was. Yeah, we're going to put these in. Ooh, first, no. I keep jumping around. First we're going to get our clouds in. Yeah, we're going to get our clouds back. There. I'm kind of like measuring out where things should be, generally. And then connect the dot. I'm inventing a new technique before my very eyes. Yeah. That worked, right? There. And then just fill that in. It's essentially where that all is. And that goes like that. It's a bird. Look, the cloud. It looks like a bird. I sound insane. Okay. Yeah, okay, sure. And then we're gonna put this over here. It's like a yeah, okay. Uh-huh. It's like right over there. I think it's a little higher, actually. Let us put that a little higher. I think it's like... Well, you know what? It's about right there. If we take this mountain... It's right here. Wow, it just seems weird. Alright, right there. Sure. Whatever. We'll fix it in post. Okay. Cool. Oh, cool. And then... put our colors back in here. Coming along. Going and coming and going and coming along. And then we'll start moving stuff. Yeah. This might end up being a several-parter. I'm realizing more and more, maybe I didn't at the time, how actually long this kind of S takes. As I get better, it'll be a lot shorter of a time. But as I am now, I'm not quick. I ain't fast. I don't make quick decisions. At all. So, yeah. This might be a bit. This might turn into a couple episodes. So be it. Maybe I'll edit it out. I don't know. Maybe I edit none of this out. Maybe you hear all of this conversation I'm saying. And that might just come down to, I think it's the creatively right choice to do, or I'm lazy. I'll let you decide. You decide. Because I don't want to. Yeah, there's definitely going to be times where I just get quiet. I know I keep saying that. But, that's just something that happens when you have to do this. Also, there's going to be times where I revert back to a very quiet voice, which I notice is a thing that happens when you do these. You kind of have to project a bit, so that you sound some kind of interesting. And I know that I definitely do that. I definitely get the, hey, how you doing? Hi, everybody. But I'm gonna try real hard not to do that. I'm gonna keep it going. I'm gonna try to keep it going as much as I can. Because I want people to actually find this stuff interesting, because it is interesting. And I hope people watching can get into this kind of stuff, or already are into this and kind of can like go, oh yeah, I never thought about it like that. I don't know. Here's hoping, right? You ever just hit the wrong button 10 times in a row? I do. I do that a lot. I just love hitting the wrong button, just constantly the wrong time. All the time, the wrong button. I'm rambling. Again. Yeah, I think that's turning into somewhat of a cloud, right? Would you say? I would say that's turning into a cloud. And I think it's turning into a pretty nice cloud. Just like the more we work it, the more cloudy it gets. Boy, if this was a character, I would be done so fast. I would have made everything about the character by now. For me, character art, or creature art, which I guess can be a character, it's just so easy. You just make a weird looking thing, and then you're done. This is like, there's so much you gotta consider with all this. There's so much. It's an entire freaking landscape. And I know there's like really quick things that I should be doing, and I'm just not doing it. Like, the video again that will be in the description. I'll make sure of it. They speed it up, of course, but you can tell how quickly, like, if they did it double speed, and let's say double speed it took 15 minutes, then it took them 30 minutes to do. Whereas me, why, I'm taking you on a journey each time I do any of these, so it's gonna take a minute. It's gonna take a while. That's okay. That's alright. It's part of it. It's part of it. If I keep saying it, then I'll just believe it, right? Oop. Here we go. Yeah, I think this is starting to happen. I think we're getting the same feel for what we had in the last image. Like, I think that one did end up in the it ended up in the end taking, like, I guess 3-ish hours. I guess, right? Something like that. This may take longer, and I think it might take longer, honestly, just because I'm doing this. Like, there's a lot of focus that's being taken away, which is fine. Like, I chose to do this, no one told me to do this. But, like, yeah, there's something to it. I kind of like this. It's a little fun. It might be fun to have someone else here, too. So I'm not just talking to me. I'm really good at talking to me, though. Do it all the time. No need to worry, though. Maybe do worry. I don't know. I can't make that call. I'm the guy talking to myself. Let's see here. Yeah, I think this is alright. I kind of like this. This is freaking kind of cool. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, boy. I think what I might do in these videos, is I might take a tutorial of some kind that I've seen online, like an art tutorial, and then put it to the test with me as the person doing it, which I think is the ultimate test. Because that means if I can do it, then y'all can do it. I'll give you hope. If I can do it, you can do it. And I think that maybe that's what I'll do. I'll just find some tutorials and go through the process, and in that way, y'all can see if it's a struggle that's worth going through, or you can just watch me struggle. I don't know why you watch. I don't know you. I have no idea who you are. Yeah. So, but yeah, I don't know. I think maybe that's what these will become, is that it'll be kind of a let's play of art, if you will. I don't know. It'll be a let's play of art, and then you get to hear me ramble, which is a bonus. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay, so yeah, what I see here is when there is a hard edge, then I can take this tool here, this tool. I can take the Kyle's impression, whatever this one is, and this one I can kind of like draw a line through something by using the paint around it. So it's a good way of like putting in an edge, but without the edge being too harsh. It does seem like it's useful in that way. Whereas the other one is just good for like it's like just adding a bunch of water to something. It kind of spreads it out. This one is good for like just like that right there, making the edge a little harsh. Even though it's a cloud and clouds are poofy, from a distance they have some pretty harsh edges when they're against the sky like that. So I think that is the perfect tool for that. Poisonally, that's what I think. So that's how I'm going to use it. For now, that's how I'm going to use it. That's always good. Good cough into the mic. People love that. People love a good cough in the mic. Alright. So I think, and I keep saying this, I keep going back to it, but I think you can see that there is a method to the madness. This is getting somewhere. We are getting progress. It's just incremental, and yeah, it takes some time. It's kind of therapeutic. But I'm not gonna lie, this is very therapeutic. Like, although the interesting part is, like, if I was having a bad day, I don't know if this would be the thing to do. I don't know. I'm not one of those people who like can do art when I feel not good. Like, there's some people who like, they're like, yeah, I just paint my emotions, man. That ain't me. That ain't me. Nah. When I'm not in a good mood, I'm like, well, I don't want to do anything, so, no. It's the last thing I want to do is something that is good for me, which is, like, productive. I don't want to be productive when I'm in a bad mood. That's what it feels like. I'm in a bad mood, I want to sit down and, like, freaking eat gross food that's bad for me. I'm sorry, good food that's bad for me. And, watch something stupid and mind-numbing. And that's it. That's what I want to do. I don't want to do art. You gotta think when you do art. That's not me. I don't know. Some people can just kind of turn it off and express. Maybe that's just a level I haven't hit yet, though. Let's see. Alright. I think we're gonna stop. I think that's the point, is like, just know when to stop. Just let it go. You can come back to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and move on to the mountains now. Or the background mountains. Yeah, so, okay. So we're gonna put our colors in here and just kind of keep freaking roughing this freaking thing out, man. Yeah. I think add our hills, add our stuff, and see where this goes. Yeah, I don't pretend to know, to act like I know everything about art and how to do it. That's what I'm here to do, is just to learn how to do it, because I'm decent at it. I know the basic concepts, right? I know I know generally, I took art college classes, spent way too much money on things I didn't need to spend too much money on. I've done it, but yeah, I don't make any assumptions that I know the right way to do this stuff. I'm just doing it, and hope that's coming across. You know, not like, well, a true impressionist painting should look like this. Yeah, I don't care, and I don't think many people do care. There's a lot of people pretending like they care. Uh, you know, that's most of art. Just pretending. Ain't nothing wrong with that. No, I'm kidding. There's true theory in art, and like there is real um things to pay attention to. Um, perspective, freaking the word I always forget for some reason. Um, it's when an image is placed nicely. It's when your eye darts around and you can see stuff. Oh my gosh, it'll come to me. It'll come to me. I'll just say it out loud randomly. Um, hmm. These mountains are looking nice and wispy. I appreciate that. I think what's good is you just kind of add highlights in, and then you add lowlights in. That kind of gives you a illusion of sharpness. Now I'm not even getting quiet for art reasons. I'm getting quiet to remember the word. Oh wow, it's gonna kill me. Does that ever happen to you? You just totally, it's tip of the tongue. You just know the word, but you can't for the life of you just remember the dang word that you probably said like seconds ago. I said this earlier today, this word. This word I can't think of. If you're watching and you know the word, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. um, yeah, that's kind of neat, right? I'm like, you see mountains there, you see the cloud helps. I'll tell you that much. That cloud is like doing all the work for us. But yeah, you see how this kind of like can make a sharp edge to something when we don't have it. Yeah, that's what we want. Okay. Okay. Yeah, and you know what? Um, I'm gonna do like a bit of a forbidden thing. Try it out. And I'm gonna go ahead and just put some white in here. Because I honestly think if I blend this white in, then I can actually use the highlight for good instead of evil. So let's give it a go. Yeah. See? There we go. Exactly. Blend it down. Blend it down. There we go. And then we're going to put our dark blues in there. I think that's really going to put our dark blues in there, and I think that's really going to step it up. Yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. It'll make more sense as I go. It'll definitely make more sense as I go. Composition. They hit a button. Composition. That's the word I was looking for. I don't know what I was talking about, but composition is the word I was looking for. Oh, right. Yeah. There are true things in art that exist, and composition, if you're in like a studio and you're trying to go with a certain style, there is like shape language, line, work that all has to kind of be the same. Like, that stuff exists. So, that there, it truly does exist. But there are things, I would say, in art that is good and doesn't follow all of the rules. And I think that's a weird thing that exists. And I think that is just something that is a little hard to explain to people. It's just like 3-point perspective, right? We should be doing 3-point or the 3-point rule or whatever. And like, that's all well and good. You can do it, and it does. You can study a piece, and piece might have it, and piece might not have it. Sometimes it makes sense, and other times it freaking breaks your whatever you're trying to do. So it's better just to ignore that and just do what feels right. And I think that's where I'm at, is there's a bit of a battle between what's right and wrong and what I like to do, and I don't know, rediscovering how I do things. And you guys get to watch me figure that out. You're welcome, I guess. You have the privilege of watching me struggle. Wow. Ain't that something? Okay, I think we've worked this section out a lot, and I think we've made some good, decisions out here. But I do think maybe it is time to move on. Just like we did with the clouds, we're going to move on, and we're, again, going to come back. And if I draw over something and you cry, just remember I'm crying a lot harder inside on it. But that's fine. Yeah, okay. Okay. All right. Stepping away from that. All right, we're gonna go on to this part. And again, put our lines up. Wow, look at that. This is wild. How much I undid. Okay. All right. Pull that in. Boop, doop, boop. Get the rough idea down. Right. Actually. Okay. Alright, I see it. Told you I'd do it. I told you I would do it. I would forget that this little thing over here is a thing. Here you are. I'll put you in. Oh, wow, it's so faint. It's so faint. Gosh. Alright. Okay, let's take away... Here, let's make this line real quick. Let's take away our red line. There we go. Alright, let's pretend like we're gonna make a mountain. I mean, let's make a mountain. Yeah, alright, I'm gonna do something that might bug some people, but we're gonna do it. real close in here and blend these colors. Yeah, that's what we gotta do. Blend these colors, and then we're gonna use this one, get real small, and push the colors to make some big decisions here. Make some big old decisions. Let's add our red line. I want to see, yeah, kind of come up here. Probably hear my pen just hitting this freaking thing. Because it does have like a pressure sensor, but I have always been way heavy-handed. We'll see how long my pen display lasts. I don't think it's going to last that long with how much damage I probably do to the poor thing. But hey. Alright, we'll move away our lines. Okay, I'm not too happy with it yet. We're just going to keep going. Keep on going. Until we are happy with it. Man, it gets a little weird with that one, huh? Little weird, for sure. That's okay. Alright. Alright. Do we have like a faint mountain look going? I think kind of. I think we need to like harsh in some harsh lines in order to start establishing. I don't know if you heard that. You probably didn't. I don't know if the gain's picking it up. I think my wife's playing with my dogs right now. She likes to scream at them. Not like angrily, but like, you know, to get them excited and stuff. And that was a loud one. Yeah, but our last place, our dogs felt terrible. But me and her got super busy with work, and there wasn't like a whole lot of places to bring them, really. I mean, kind of, but not really. To walk them, I mean. And these poor things, they gained so much weight. Our poor boy Gatsby, he gained so much weight. And now, where we're living is just out in the mountains, basically. And so when we walk them, we're walking up and down mountains. And yeah, they've definitely, there's a difference. There's a clear difference. So yeah, I don't know, it's good to play with them indoors and stuff. Even if we do walk them a lot or whatever. It's good just to keep playing with them. They're good dogs. You don't have them for too long, so you might as well have a good time with them. Ooh, that got dark. Sorry. You know what I mean. You go to your dogs, you go to your pets or whatever. Have fun with them. Yeah, there we go. Okay, I don't know. I think that's good. Okay, let's see how the real thing looks. Alright, we kind of shifted the mountains to one side, not the other. Okay, so let's just do that then. Boop, boop, boop. Easy. Okay, cool. Alright. Mountains established. I think, again, we're going to not overwork anything. We're just going to keep it going. So, let's get close and personal. Let's get close and personal. Sorry if that was really far away to hear. I'm going to do that a lot and annoying a lot of people. Okay. Yeah. And now we are going to work on the mountain. I keep saying the mountain as though it's clear, as though it's clear which mountain I'm talking about. There are a lot of mountains in this picture. You could say it's a mountain range. You could say that, and you might be right. You might have a point if you said that. You know what mountain I'm talking about. The mountain. The thine mountain. You know. Don't be crass. Alright. Yeah, I think it's interesting because before this was just a bunch of solid colors. It's always fun to see, like, you don't notice it as you're doing it, but there certainly has been a lot of progress already. And a lot of things I've done and undid, too. But, you know, that's what I do. Yeah. It's coming along. And, it is definitely an interesting thing. The process, that is. And I keep saying the process, like, you know, using these very few brushes, putting a color in a spot, blending it around. It just seems like very, like, you know when you were a kid and you did finger painting? It's just so messy and, like, just sloppy. Not to say that finger painting is any good, and there are artists that actually just, like, did that to, like, make a point that you can make art good no matter what medium. But anyway, I say all that to say that, you know, doing this is kind of eye-opening to me. It is like, oh, you know, I don't need a whole lot of fancy stuff, for lack of a better word. I don't need to be super knowledgeable to get a good result. Like, I don't need that. No, and you don't either. Like, if you know what you're going for, and you know just a few things, you can make something, if not good, at least interesting. You know? At least something that someone can go, huh. Yeah, and then, I don't know. Sometimes I go for just somebody to go, huh. I don't know. Take that for what it is. I don't know. I'm going to start doing a new schedule. And hopefully that schedule means that these videos that I'm attempting to make can come out at a pretty steady pace. Because I don't know when I'm going to release these. These are going to come out when they come out. I don't even know if people are going to watch them again. This is just fully I'm just going in to territory that I've never been in before, and it's gonna be rough. It is gonna be rough. But here I am. Man, it must have been, like, interesting for the photographer. Now I can't even say it right. It must have been interesting as this person, getting this picture. Can you imagine? Can you imagine, like, just finding the spot and, like, getting this picture? And I don't know. It's just really good. I don't know. And then, you know, some people go like, well, photography's easy. And I guess sort of. You're point and clicking. It is, in essence, easy. But there's a lot more to it. There is a lot more to it. If you ever had to do any kind of photography thing in, like, a school... God. In a school... educational setting, like... Dude. There is just cameras. Cameras, though? My God, man. Like, Because I always thought, oh, it's just easy. You just point and click, right? You just point. It's easy as hell. No, 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 no. There is a lot involved with cameras, and yeah, I never knew. I never knew. I never knew until you have to take a class on it. It's just ridiculous. And there's a reason that there is good photos and bad photos, and you find out very quickly that you're not as good as you think you are. Even just taking a pic, my wife wants me to take pictures if she, thinks she looked cute that day. If she thinks she looked cute that day and she wants a good picture, and I take pictures, and then she's just like, "What? What were you even? What?" Like, I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just taking a picture. You took a wrong angle. The angle's not good. The angles, I don't know. What's the right angle to take in a picture? Anyway, it's thanks to people like this that I can get a good reference. If it wasn't for photographers, people who do modern days, like the references that we get online and just whatever, it all contributes to each other. So it's just kind of interesting. We all influence one another in a way that isn't obvious at first. It's just kind of neat. It's a real heady episode. Alright, it's coming together. This is definitely coming together. Coming together. At least I'm kind of liking it, Like, it clearly isn't done. It's nowhere near that. But the ideas are getting in. As long as the more ideas I keep putting in, the closer it's going to get. Like, that wasn't there a second ago. It's not bad, I just gotta keep telling myself this isn't for you guys. It's shut up. Everyone shut up. It's for me. I'm just telling myself, you got it, man. It's like a older meme, I guess, but it's like that the person putting a medal around themselves. Kind of like, yeah, you did it. It's interesting, right? When you lighten everything up and then you go back in and add that dark color, it really just can define a space big time. I don't know if that makes any sense, but makes sense to me because I'm doing it. Yeah, but just like now, looking at it, you're like, oh yeah, that's a shadow. I just blended colors and then added another color and then made a dark color. That's all I did. It's just I don't know. I like art, I guess is what I'm getting at. If you're watching, you probably like it too. You probably know what I'm talking about. So I'm gonna stop over explaining. But yeah, when something works, it's a good feeling. I'm just like, yeah, there we go. I did a thing that made sense. Good. I did start doing Blender, and not like blending like this, or Blender like the appliance, Blender, the 3D modeling program, and animate. It's more than 3D modeling, but I did a lot of that, so I know how that whole program works, and love it. Blender Guru is awesome. You know, he runs a company now called Polygon, which good for freaking him, man. They got some cool stuff. But yeah, I got really into that, and I made the donut, the classic donut that everyone's got to make. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look into it. Trust me, there's a whole world that just is donuts, and you'll find out. I'm not even going to explain it. But anyway, I did all that. Liked it. Put it on Instagram. Got a lot of likes. Great. Some good cheap likes. You know? And that felt good. I like that. It felt good in the sense that I accomplished what I sought out to see and do. That's how it felt good. Not just like, oh, I got Instagram likes. It was something I wanted to achieve, and I did it, and so that's why it felt good. And what happened was I kind of hit like a mental block almost, where I was going to just keep going with kind of this curriculum that Blender Guru kind of acknowledged, that, like, okay, you did this, now what? And he kind of like set out and said, hey, all right, maybe you want to do this and this and this and this, whatever. So I was going to go and do all that, but I'm good at 2D art. That's what I'm good at. And if you're good at something, you should try to see how far it goes. Right? I don't know. That's my mindset at this moment, but so I guess what I wanted to do is flesh this skill out more first before I get into the 3D stuff, because I can get into the 3D stuff at any time. There's no race, there's no rush. Let me get good at this. If I can get good at this and achieve the things that I want to achieve at a good rate, then okay, great. And then I can move into the 3D stuff. So maybe down the road, that could be like its own other thing, is when I move into doing that part of it. Which is going to be interesting. You know? Because it's different. It's absolutely different. Like, I have to make the idea of lighting, let's just say, in here. Or when I just bumped the mic. When I make a piece from scratch, I have to realize how light interacts with things. And you do have to some degree, do the same thing with 3D modeling, but it does that work for you. Not to say that it's cheating or it's easy, but you can make a light point and then make a block, and then it points the light at the block. You don't have to draw that. You know, so there's advantages, and it is different. However, I'm used to this world. This is what I'm used to. So I'm going to try to see how far it goes. I never really gave it the old college try, if you will. Although I did give college a try, and that kind of ended in crap. That is for another day. I will explain that another day. I'm sure my family is tired of hearing that story. I sound like an old grumpy man complaining about the system at this point. You know, but things don't always go how I expect them to go. And it is the old tale of just, art degrees and whatnot. And I fell right into that. And art degrees work out for some people, but didn't work out for me. And yeah, that's just not how life went for me. Which is not to say that I'm like super upset about it or anything. I actually learned a lot and did a lot of good things. And if it wasn't for a lot of that stuff, I wouldn't have some of the ideas I have now, or the understanding of certain things that I have now. So there was good things that came out of it. It wasn't all bad. It's easy to hate on something like that. Super easy. But there was positives too. That came from that. Doesn't it sound like it? Super fun? Yeah, now I just... Turns out, and if anyone takes my advice on it, don't, because I'm in no field right now that is using this kind of skill, so do not take my advice. But in things that I was listening to, turns out that a lot of places, they don't really care about your degrees. They don't. Like, you got them, cool, great, awesome, because then they know, okay, he understands these things, great. But they more care about what can you do. So if they look at your portfolio and you've done a lot of good things, then they know that you're capable of that. That's what they care about. They're not going to go, he's got a good portfolio, but does he have a degree? It just doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. So, live and learn. Live and learn. And I don't know, maybe this goes somewhere, maybe it doesn't. You'll find out, won't you, person watching? Yeah. Would be cool, right? Right now, I'm getting paid enough to pay the bills. So is the wife. So I can just kind of, days that I'm not working, I'm doing this. I'm just screwing around and doing something I actually enjoy. And that's kind of what life is, You figure out what you like and you figure out how to make it part of your life. God, why am I getting so deep this episode? It's just when I'm by myself and just with my thoughts. Oh boy. Oh, that's funny. This is kind of... I keep saying that. This is cool. I like sort of kind of developing it more and more and more and more. Yeah, I don't know. We might be coming to a close of another episode pretty soon. It's getting about that time for me. Probably for you watching. I think I did make some pretty good progress. I think what I'll do is I will muddy up as much as I can. And then once I'm done making mud, then... I guess that's what I'm calling this. Then I'll call it. And then I'll say, for the next episode, or practice round, whatever, we'll give it another go. And, see how far we get there. It's going to be kind of a interesting study for me to kind of like see how long it actually does take me to do a thing, because you don't think about it. You don't think about it, but if you do this, you have to think about it. Like, okay, now I have to actually watch and see how freaking long it takes me to do something. Turns out quite a while to do a piece. Like I said, at least I'm doing it. At least it's happening. Yo, went to Goodwill today. Ooh, I'll wear it one of these days. But I got a suede suit. A green suede suit. I freaking love that thing. At Goodwill. Best place on earth half the time. Goodwill. Got a green suede suit. And man, does it look awesome. Super cheap. Just awesome. I love it. So I'm definitely gonna wear it. And just, maybe I won't even bring it up. I'll just wear it. Like, yeah, this is just my suit. But, man, do I love me some thrift shopping. It's become like one of my favorite pastimes lately is just thrift shopping. I don't know. There's like this, where I'm at, where I am, there is this like just, huge, huge Goodwill. Really big Goodwill. And, never seen one this big. And anyway, because of that, they just have a lot of stuff, man. And so, I've just gotten into thrift shopping big time. I don't know, it's like a fun thing when you don't got a lot of money. I don't got a lot of money. But it's like, sometimes you like to shop a bit. Sometimes you like to act like you have money. So, when you walk away with a suit, it's a good feeling. Yeah, definitely. You know what? One of these days, I'll look into how masks work, and I'll actually freaking, because I know this won't happen. I know if I do masks, that white won't get into my. I know. I'll watch the damn tutorials. I'll maybe that will be another video. It's just me figuring out how freaking masks work. Y'all can watch me grind through that, figure out how that works. Cause it's handy. I know it's handy. Like, people like make magic with that stuff, dude. Not just like the simple, this blender didn't do that. Not even just that. It's like, people are able to use it to a very, like, effective degree. Do some pretty cool stuff. Stuff that I can't even explain, because I won't. And that's just it. I just won't. Alright. Kind of trying to just make these, I don't know, what are these, probably deer trails, or just, I don't know, just clearings, probably just clearings. We can see in this, again, I'm not drawing these houses. I'm not going to do that. And not because it's difficult, or any of that kind of stuff. It's just, I don't want them. I'm going to make this piece like those don't exist. Because I don't want them in my piece. Bet you the photographer felt the same way. Bet you the photographer was like, eh. Or maybe they live there. I don't know. Be a cool place to live. Retire to or something. I don't know. What do you even do if you live there? Probably herd sheep or something. Probably. But yeah, so I'd say, alright, how about we do the thing that I said I was gonna do? We're gonna zoom out. Eh? Eh? Kinda. Actually, we're gonna do the thing that I really like to do. We're gonna go eraser tool. Get right there. Bam. Boom. It's like a magic trick. Cool. Get rid of that extra stuff. Away with you, crust. Paint crust. Alright, now let's zoom out. It's pretty. Hey. I think we're doing something. Yeah, slowly but surely, like I said, the further you go back, it kind of looks the same, and then you get closer, you can start seeing the differences, and then you're like, okay, they're different, obviously. But, you know. Not bad, and I have to keep reminding myself, it's possible, I can do it. You know? I can, and I'm getting there. But I think this might be a stopping point for me. So, with that, I guess this is the end of part 2, or just the end of the video. I don't know how YouTube works. We're going to find out together. But if that is the case, I'll see you next time, okay? Alright.